Hey guys, welcome back to Beyond the Shift. I'm Eric. Today I have a special guest, my own sister. From where? Greenacre, somewhere.
Yeah, in the area.
Used to be in the area. But you know the show, Beyond the Shift. I'm Eric. Sit back, relax. We're going to go from there. Welcome to the podcast, my sister.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Why are you shy?
No, I'm not shy. I'm just really happy to be here, honestly.
Yeah?
I'm so happy to be here.
So who is my guest today?
I'm Baindu, and I was born in Sierra Leone. I came to Australia when I was around 8 years old. 2006, yes, that's when I came here. And ever since, I've just been in Australia, growing up and just living the life here. Yeah, I'm a courageous girl. As you can see, I love fashion.
She loves fashion.
Yes, and I'm also a hairdresser. I do hair braiding and hairstyling.
Full package.
Yes, my business is called Enhanced Braids. You can follow me on Instagram, enhanced_braids with a Z. Yeah.
We're gonna come to that side. Don't give them the full package.
Just a little hint.
Okay. Now I know you introduced yourself here.
Yes.
You came here when you were young. I want to know, most of us came when we were young. But I want to know for you, like growing up in Australia, how was it for you?
For me, growing up in Australia as a young black girl, it was very hard because I faced bullying. Most of the bullying actually came from my own people, which was very disappointing. And yeah, it was really hard for me throughout that time being young. It gave me insecurities. It gave me, just so much doubts about myself. And being the woman I am today, I can say that I'm very proud of how far I've come because growing up in Australia it's not easy, especially being a person of color. It's just very hard. You have to be very strong to pull through and survive.
Wow.
Yeah.
So for you now, so how did you manage that, telling yourself, this is me, I don't want to listen to what these people are saying. But for you, how do you manage
I get it. Honestly, I'm going to be very truthful. Me finding who I am today is all because of my fiance that I'm with now. He plays a big part of who I am today. And just me being able to embrace myself, my hair, just my natural self. I can, be myself without feeling judged or wanting to fit in, because that's the one problem I had, growing up into womanhood is I want to do this, I want to do that, I want to have straight hair, I want to get all the clothes I can, any trends that come in, I feel eager to get it, but I'm just now it's I don't itch to fit in. I just like being myself. I like being who I am. I like embracing me. So he plays a really big part in that, just motivating me, embracing me, and just loving me the way I am. So thanks to my man.
Shout out to my guy.
Yes.
Nah, it's good, man. Because look, in life, that's what everyone is praying for.
Yes.
Me, growing up in an area where you feel belong, you have the supportive network that keeps you going, makes you see the other side of you. It's
very important.
Even me, I'm doing this because there was a time where I have to put myself together. I was you know what I want to do in life? This is this. I've been through ups and downs. So then I was how can I give back? So now look where we are.
Look at where we are.
Me having you, the studio. We going?
I know.
Okay, so school, let me take you back. School,
Okay.
How was school for you?
I'm going to be very honest with you. I did not like school.
See, because mom was telling me,
I did not like school.
Been do this, been do that, been do this. So tell me, how did you navigate yourself in school then, after school then? Yeah.
School, yes, to be honest, school was one of the places where I only liked going to school because I enjoyed socializing with my friends. When it comes to educational wise, I just didn't, I just felt like a lot of the things we were learning about was just unnecessary. And it was really hard. I'm one person when it comes to school, I never really focused. I couldn't focus well, I guess. I just had no passion about it. So it was really hard.
Was it no passion, or was it I think it was learning difficulties, or there is something around somewhere?
Honestly, I think it's passion and learning difficulties as well, because you know, growing up in an African home, it's very rare for your parents to sit you down and say, hey, like, let's study together. You know what I mean? Like, it's not something we're used to. It's like we have to kind of like find our own way into like doing homeworks or like doing researching and stuff. Whereas like I feel like other like nationalities, like they're very big on like giving their kids as much help as they can in terms of like getting them tutors or like, you know, like sitting down with them and actually spending one-on-one time with their kids and like, you know, really saying, hey, this is what you do, this is the answer, da da da. Whereas like me growing up, I didn't have that, you know, like, and it was very hard. I don't blame it on my parents in any way. It's just that when there's lack of education for my parents as well, I feel like it kind of like transforms into us as well because we don't have that extra push. So it was really hard for me to stay focused in school because of that. Yeah,
I can relate. I understand what you're saying, yeah, because even there was a certain time when I was growing up, like, because my dad was hustling. So just like what you're saying, for him to have that time for us to sit, go over your homework or this, I was grinding on my own.
Yeah.
The way me and him used to communicate was like, write a note, leave it, go, come back and read, okay, this is part 1, 2. Me cooking, all this stuff, okay, cassava leaf, this, blah, 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 yeah. But it's not there, like for me and him to sit. The only time I would say we spend time was on Sunday, go to church, come back, I'm in my own zone. I understand.
Yeah, it's very hard.
So if you want to give advice now, yeah, to like that kid who is in your shoes now, what would you say about this to parents out there?
My advice to a child like me out there right now is to just keep going, you know, stay positive, think about your future and your, you know, family's future, because I feel like it's not easy alone to just bring up a child into the world. It's very hard, so I can kind of also understand like the struggles that they are facing. So you as the child, you do your best, stay focused, you know, like don't worry about friends. Like friends can come at any given time, you know, like you need to improve yourself and just be a better version of yourself before you actually put anybody else first, because you're in this world to make a great impact. So use it to your advantage. Like I feel like we're in a country where we have so much like, you know, resources and like advantages. Just use it. Ask your teachers for help if you know you need help. Like, don't feel shy. Don't hold back. Just go ask for help. Sometimes that's all you need to do to gain knowledge. So go ahead and do what you gotta do to climb up that ladder.
Okay, see, she's saying ask the teachers. So how come you didn't ask your teacher?
Actually, I did ask my teachers, and I think that's what I actually ended up graduating. I'm quite surprised I graduated year 12. Wow. Actually. Yeah, like I did end up asking teachers. I stayed back. I had friends around me that also were like, you know, supportive. So that helped me pull through school. And even after I finished school, I didn't rush into like going to university or TAFE or anything. I kind of just I just let my spirit guide me to what
you want to be.
I just let my spirit guide me to what I need to do. Like I don't really stress. I didn't stress about education like that. Like as long as I know how to read and write, that's what was important to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, for his kids, listen. So now I want to move to something, yeah? Mm-hmm. Something that changed the whole package, the whole scenario, makes you move from a different journey. Motherhood. How motherhood changed you as a woman, as a person who you are now?
Motherhood. Okay, damn.
Wait, was this something you planned, or was like, let me go to the shop, try some candy first?
No, you're not doing this to me right now. Okay.
So tell me, how did motherhood change you?
Okay, so first of all, me being pregnant was completely unplanned. I had no desire to get pregnant at all. When it happened, it just happened. And, you know, for me, how I saw that was a blessing in disguise. So I decided to keep the child, and I was like, you know what, it's happened. There's no way out. So I actually went through pregnancy with my sister, thankfully, because it wasn't an easy journey for me. It was very hard. I worked, I hustled throughout pregnancy. I I did a lot of things just to make sure before my child comes into the world, she is secured. She's got things, ready for her. So that aspect of my life in that environment, it was very hard actually. It's not easy being heavily pregnant and going to work. And then when, my daughter was born, it was just a different type of feeling. I cannot explain that feeling. It's a good one. And I feel like it definitely changed a lot in me at the time, just knowing what my body can do as a woman. Yeah, it was mind-boggling. It was like, whoa,
wow,
I can do this. And I survived. Because, I think a lot of people don't realize that when you go through pregnancy and you give birth to a child, we are on the fine line of death. We're literally this is the line, and this is life, and this is death. It's like, when you actually make it through, it's a big blessing. And as soon as that happened, I my mindset just changed. Even my mindset in men that I date, it changed. I knew my worth in a way. I knew what I wanted. And so when I met my fiance, my child was actually 6 months old. And yeah, he just embraced both of us together, and it just made a huge difference in how I navigate my life through motherhood, because it's one of the situations you can be in that's not easy. It's very hard, being a mother, especially a single parent. It's really hard. When you encounter someone that loves you and loves your child, it makes a huge difference on how you actually embrace motherhood as well. And I think, a big change in that I could say actually comes from my fiance, because I feel like even being a mother, sometimes it's very easy for you to get out of line and still want to be in a scenario that you don't belong in as a mother. When you're a mother or a parent, you need to actually stay focused. You need to be disciplined. You need to actually want to thrive so your child doesn't suffer, because that's what that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to make a generational wealth, I'm trying to break whatever curse is lingering around, because it's something I didn't grow up with. I didn't grow up with the advantages that my daughter has now. So I say motherhood has made me become a better version of myself.
Wow. Wow, what a damn. Eva, thank you.
Thank you, Eva.
So I want to, the reason why I want to break it down, I want to go into this because I know it's not easy being pregnant. You have to hustle on, So for you, how did you unpack all these things that make you go through the 9 months? I know you said you went through with your sister, but for you personally, what were you thinking, the thoughts, you thinking, oh, did I make the right choice or this? How did you unpack yourself?
Honestly, I felt like my pregnancy journey was very cruising. I don't think I stressed too much besides, the father of my child, of course. I think that was the only stress that came from him. Other than that, in terms of my journey, it was really cruising because my mum was so she was just a great support to have around. She really, really guided me into thinking positive of pregnancy. I didn't feel any regrets. I didn't feel any negativity. The only thing I disliked was the fact that I had to work and hustle and buy things for my child on my own. And obviously with the helps of the people around me as well. And that was just the only negative impact I had.
Was that a choice of you say I need to hustle myself, or was there no way around?
There was no other way around, because at the time the father of my child didn't feel like he was ready to be a father, so he didn't really play a big part in going through that journey with me. So it's I had no choice. Yeah, if I had a choice to not do that, I would definitely choose the being comfortable at home and just.
Well, I was your mentor here because the reason why I'm asking, because some people will say because you live in a first world country, that's why everything is easy for you. You go through this, or you have your mom there. Then someone who doesn't have the supportive, this supportive network.
If they don't have,
Yeah. What people don't know, the mental health, even if you have the supportive everything, the mental health is there. So for you, how did you manage your mental health around the pregnancy, the things you're doing, all ups and downs?
Okay, great question. Mentally, I did have a few effects. The way I distracted myself was through work, through healing myself. Gospel music actually played a really huge part as well. And just being prayerful. Prayerful definitely helped with my mental breakdowns that I've had in the past during that time. So I would say, being prayerful and just being your own motivation, speak good into your life, ask for the things that you want, what you crave, just manifest. And if you need to go for a walk, go for a walk. I think like a lot of people don't realize that, giving yourself that reflection is so important. Like being able to reflect on yourself in your own given time it's actually the key to like a better mental health. Like you have to give yourself time. Like you need to get to know yourself. If you don't give yourself time to get to know yourself, everything else is going to be very hard for you to actually conquer. Yeah.
What a legend. Nah, it's good. So now I want you to give advice here, because like someone, teenager, someone who just find out now, just take that test, like, oh jeez. But you've been through the ups and downs, the pregnancy, being a mom. So now for a young youth now, adults, like it doesn't have to be youth also, like even
anyone, yes.
Any. With your own experience you have through your pregnancy, now you're a mom, you're looking after your daughter. What advice would you give to that person who is starting their own journey? The
one thing I'll actually say is, if you're not already a mother yet, I would say take your time. If you're not already a father yet, I would also say take your time. There's protection for a reason. Use that to your advantage, because having a child is not something that comes very easy. Like there's so much more to it. So if I was to give any great advice, is to focus on yourself, improve yourself, get your finances up, make sure you have savings, make sure you have a home to be in, and just make sure you're in a good mind state before you actually decide to bring another life into this world, because it's not easy and it's not glamorous either. It's beautiful because you do have someone that's gonna love you forever. But it's also very hard if you're not mentally prepared in every aspect of it. So I would say stay focused and just work, make money, enjoy your life, like just be smart in your decisions you make.
Wow. One thing I like about what I'm doing, like I'm getting the help from you guys here. It's what we have now, this conversation, because if you look back then when we were growing up, we don't have this like someone to sit there, like we watch them to advise us here. But now we are here trying to give back to the community. That's one thing, like, I can't thank you guys enough, because I cannot do this by myself, like, because if you look now, like, it doesn't have to be our own Salon community, the whole African community, yeah?
Yes.
Either here, back home, or anywhere. You see young kids these days, like, because of this person is doing this, I want to be like this person. They don't know the background, like, what goes behind the scene. Like, now you being a mom, you're given this advice. So what do you think that African community, like in here, what do you think we can do as a community to help this young girls coming up? What do you think we can do?
I think young girls and boys, I definitely think like, it's one thing I've always had an issue with is the lack of support from the community. I really, really wished we could do better for our youth and, younger generation coming up, because it has played a big factor in our development and just like our desires to thrive. I feel like it has definitely had an effect, because getting support from your own people, it just feels different, It gives you this like, wow, like I'm actually like getting support from my own brothers and sisters, and I think it's a blessing in disguise as well, just being able to like help each other get up, be bigger, be successful and thrive. Like the other nationalities can do it, why can't we? Why can't we? You see an Asian and an Asian supporting each other and working together. You see Indian and Indian, like we see it. It's something we see. The only thing I don't see is like, so for example, Sierra Leoneans actually supporting each other. Like I feel like our community is the most unsupportive people in
so
some
for you,
ways.
What do you think is the issue there?
I feel like the issue definitely stems from family, like family traumas and just the stuff that goes on as well, in terms of like this person is jealous of this person, that person is jealous of this person. So they're scared to watch their own people be bigger because they feel as if they're not gonna also thrive. And just watching our aunties, uncles and everything hate on each other just makes us, I feel like it rubs off on us as well, Like the one thing I can say is energy is such a big thing thing. You know, if you have a positive energy and you're around that positive energy rubs onto you as well. If you're in a situation where you're surrounded by negativity, it has an impact on you as well. You start being that negative energy. Definitely comes from our own circle.
Our circle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish we know all this when we're growing up. By now, we'll be driving Lamborghini and stuff.
You know what though? I think that's why we're parents. You know, I think it's our responsibility to make that change and actually like give our kids what we didn't have.
100%.
You know?
But I got a funny one, yeah. I know it. So yesterday, I was about to go to work, yeah, but I was feeling my back pain, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? Let me do some stretching, yeah. So I wanted to drop this guy to school.
Okay.
So he saw me doing a stretch, like he came, he saw me like, what are you doing? I said, I'm stretching. He saw me, he's watching me. So he's looking at me that he's doing the same thing. I was like, what are you doing? So he just laughed. I said, oh, okay, good. I look at him, I was like, wow, like, this is good. Like, this guy is trying to copy me, like, you know what I mean? But me dropping him, I'm driving to work, I'm just smiling because back then, like, I know my dad was hustling, but I don't have those kind of moments to share with him. So now me seeing this guy, even here, coming to the studio, grab the mic, all this, I'm like, okay, this is cool.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, yeah.
But it makes you, even if you're tired.
It gives you purpose in life. It motivates you for sure. Like kids are definitely, they're angels. They're angels. And like bonding with your child, that's the other advice I would give to any parent is make sure you actually bond with your kids. Give your kids one-on-one time, you know, like get to know them as well, you know, the same way they get to know you, because who you are is who your kids are going to become. So, you know, like you have to make sure you're a good person if you want your child to be a good person.
100%.
Yeah.
Man, damn.
Yeah.
See, like, this is good. Like, I was having this podcast conversation, you know what I mean?
I like it. I'm so happy, honestly. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. You're going to come back?
I will.
I'm going to get Mr. G.
He needs to come.
Mr. G.
Oh my goodness.
Nah,
he needs to come.
He said he's shy, but don't worry. I'm trying to get him.
Don't worry. By the time he sees this interview, I think he's going to gain the confidence to come as well.
That's the goal. Yes. So now, yeah, this shift I want to shift it to is like,
okay, it's
something. I was shocked, yeah, when I knew about this. Then I was like, this is hectic, but braiding.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did you, was this something you were born to do? Was it something you learned? Or how this whole new shift package, braiding thing come into your life?
Being a braider, yes. How it came into my life, actually, everybody around me was a braider. My aunties, my mom, my, you know, like cousins, everybody. So I grew up seeing it from the age of like 7. I was already, you know, like interested in like learning, you know, the skills and everything like that. And then by the age of 10, once my mom found out the braid, you know, she's like, can't expose me here, but you know, come plant me here. You know, like she was always taking the opportunity to get me, you know, braiding her hair and stuff. So I definitely gained a lot of skills from doing that. And then like around 15 years old in high school and stuff like that, I would braid like my friends' hair and like, you know, just like braid people I know, you know. It was all for fun at the time. I didn't think like, hey, like I want to do this as a profession. At the time that after I had my daughter and I went through maternity leave, it was actually during COVID as well. And I was like, do I want to go back to work and everything like that? So I was actually a childcare educator before I became a braider full time. And during that time, it was very hard for me because I felt like I didn't know what I actually wanted to do. Like I already had the skills to be a braider, but I wasn't really like passionate to actually like thrive in that and make it into a profession. So when I was asked to go get the vaccines, I looked at it and I said, you know what? Yeah, no, I'm not gonna go get vaccinated just to go back into work. So I started doing part-time positions at like the pop-up shops, you know, the braiding pop-up shops. Yeah. So I would, you know, work there. These are like with different nationalities. I was working with white people and all that were like, you know, whoever owned the business. And then I was just obtaining skills on how to braid people with different hair textures. You know, Asians, Indians, white people, like islanders, like just all types of hair. So while I was doing that, I remember like my partner actually like coming to my work one day, and I think he was just observing how great I was in my job. We were joking about it, and he's like, you know what, you could actually thrive in working for yourself. And it's like, what can we do to make that happen? And this is where we came up with getting a warehouse and turning one of the rooms into a studio. Yeah, at the time, I don't know, I didn't feel motivated. I didn't feel like I was gonna thrive because there was so many like braiders around, you know, like I had this mindset like, who's gonna come to me? Like there's already someone out there doing better than me, you know. I was putting myself down basically. So when we got the studio renovated into a salon, I started from Instagram. I started promoting, and then I went onto Facebook Market and I started promoting. And I was getting like, you know, 1 client a week, you know, maybe 2 clients a month. It was very slow. And then after that starting period, I just like, you know, I really like this. I think I want to do this like professionally. Like I want to do this full time. So I just kept on going, you know, even when I fall down, I push myself to get back up, because it's an industry that's not easy. It's very hard. We can't predict if we're gonna have clients. You just have to work on enhancing your skills for you to attract clientele, you know. This is like self-growth that you have to do. So that's what I was just focusing on, you know, and I just learned how to like shift my mindset into like, hey, I have to compete with myself to be better than what I was yesterday for me to actually like see progress. And yeah, like ever since I started having that mindset, I rebranded into Enhanced Braids. My previous name was QB Braids.
So why the change?
I changed it to Enhanced Braids because I realized what my job offers. My job offers confidence, it offers protection, it offers therapy as well.
Yeah, bit of massage going on there.
Bit of massage, and it's like you get to also bond with your clients. Like I get to interact with my clients, I get to know them.
Just say gossiping.
It's actually like... Oh my God, you would be surprised. It's actually not gossip. We don't gossip like that. A lot of the times when I have my clients around, we're talking about life experience. Honestly, yeah. And most of the time, it's me chit-chatting about how like damaged your hair is, because one thing about me is I like healthy hair. I like to make sure my clients get the full, you know, understanding of the stage of their hair. Especially my 4C girls, you know, we've always been taught like, oh, your hair is not gonna grow, your hair will not grow any longer than, you know, like past your shoulders. That is a lie, guys. That's a lie. When I have my clients come to me, if their hair is unhealthy, I will tell them, you know, like.
So how do you tell her, like in one way? Because some people would take stuff personal. So how do you bring the conversation?
Well, I think for me, first of all, I make sure before they arrive, I have a space where it's welcoming, it's warm. It's just a nice environment to walk into. It'll give you that comfortability, you know? And just me like greeting them already gives them that reassurance as well. So like, it's just based on how I meet them first. So when they see, I kind of observe their energy. I observe like, you know, like if they're comfortable, if they're confident, if they trust me. But for them to even book with me already shows that they trust me. So I don't have any, you know, like holdbacks on like, hey, like I can be honest with this person. I just be honest with them. Like as soon as I feel their hair and stuff, I'll ask them. I say, oh, like, hey girl, like when did you have your last trim? Or, you know, hey man, how did you know, like when did you get your last trim? Or like, did you know your hair feels very dry? Do you know that you need to moisturize your hair more? Like, you know, like I'll just start off, you know, I wouldn't come off harsh. I'll make little jokes like, oh my God, girl, like your hair feels so frizzy, like what have you been doing to it, you know, like we'll laugh, and then like I'll get straight to the point, like, hey, like let me give you a trim. Like if you're gonna get braids, your hair needs to actually be healthy for you to put it into a protective style. And most of them, they actually end. A lot of my clients have no idea that their hair is unhealthy because they go to people that don't give them the knowledge. They just think, hey, like, yeah, my hair is healthy, but it's not. So I make sure that in my company, I provide that information to them, you know, because if you don't have hair, how are you going to come to me to get your hair braided? So I mean, I'm going to be honest with you,
100%.
I'm going to be honest. So that's just how I approach the situation.
So I want to ask you, Lucky, in our own space here, like owning a business, everything here, people fail because some people being shy, like what you said, sometimes you doubt yourself.
Yeah.
It's there. Even me, sometimes I'll wake up like, am I doing the right thing? I'm like, yeah. Because what keeps me going people messaging me, bro, I like what you do, dude. Keep pushing. I'm like, you know what? I'll stay up to like 2 o'clock. Like, you know, like how do you market yourself? How did you find clients? How did you advertise yourself?
Honestly, I had to make sure that the environment I take my photos in was very elegant and simple. And then the way I also take pictures as well. I had to make sure I get every angle and, you know, like, because editing and all that, it's very hard. It's not easy. That's one thing I wouldn't have the time because I'm a mother, you know, like I have to also give time to my child, and then I also have a fiance I have to give time to. So in terms of balancing promotion and all that, I just use Instagram schedules or, you know, like TikTok schedules. Luckily they have that, you know, advantages now. So I just use it. I just stay up late. I've had days where I had to stay up to 4 a.m. just editing and, you know, like doing admin stuff, you know, creating my website and like doing all the scheduling so that the next couple of days I don't have to think about it. So it's just making those sacrifices to really like put enhancement to what you put out there. That's how
The reason why I asked this question is because like so many people around the community, so many African shops or so, yeah, website wise, they don't have it. People don't market themselves. Like for you now, you know, okay, if I want to be better, if I want to compete with this brand, I need to do this, which is good. I like it.
It's very important, guys, you know, just create something that's gonna like, you know, get you out there, you know, use we have the internet now, use it to your advantage. Even if you feel like the photo does not look good, just post it. Sometimes you just have to post, you know, like being raw about, you know, what you put out there is gonna get you way more attraction than trying hard to be fake, you know, and like putting in too much effort. Sometimes you actually just need to be simple about it.
Wow. Okay, now, because you touch on something here, I want to discuss this. I want to know, yeah, how you balance the entrepreneurship, you being a mom, looking after my guy. So how do you balance all this? Like, how do you balance all this?
It's definitely not easy.
So what are the steps?
So the steps is having a schedule and a routine. I think having a routine has played a big part. So usually like I actually have days where like my daughter actually spends time with her other family members. So it also gives me a lot of time as well. And with my work, it's very flexible, you know, so I can actually work around, hey, if I take a client at this time, I'll finish at this time, then I can probably go and cook in time for my, you know, men to come home and there's food at home. And then when it comes to cleaning the household and everything, like I'll find, you know, like a day specifically where I know like I don't have anything to do, and then I'll just do a deep clean. And then throughout the week, I'll just make sure like I'm maintaining the place, you know, like as I go. And just, yeah, motherhood as well. When my daughter's with me and I have work and I have to balance all that, I have her with me watching the process as well. You know, if she wants to eat, I'll ask her, do you want to eat? You know, I'll take her. Like most of my clients already know, like I have a child. So when my child is around, like they give me that time to be able to make food for her. And like, you know, they also interact with her. So it makes the whole working process like actually a lot more easier, and just giving myself enough time as well to like spend time with myself. So like I'm not doing back-to-back clients. I usually take one client a day, depending on the hairstyle. If the hairstyle is like an 8-hour type of shift, then I'll do one client. So I get the rest of like the remaining day to myself and my family. So I just balance it.
So, wow. Because the reason why I asked you there, yeah, because it's called, the English people say multitasking, yeah? Because some people will say, I'm working, I'm doing this, you have to help me with this one, you have to cook, the husband will have to do this, all the stuff. But some people complain. But for you, running a business, being a mom, have time for yourself, have time for your partner, it's oh man.
It's not easy, but when you have an amazing partner, it makes everything easy.
Wow. So what advice would you give to that wife or that sister out there or that brother out there, have a business, doing the same, but try to juggle, they don't know how to put things in place. So what advice would you give to that? The
one advice that I will give out there for, you know, couples that are working to being a better version of themselves is understand each other. Just understand each other. If you guys actually understand each other, everything else becomes cruising. It's all about understanding, I think. Yeah, that's what I've definitely learned. When you put pressure on yourself to do the most, it becomes overwhelming. Sometimes you just need to relax and just cruise through it.
So how do you understand yourself? How do you understand your partner? What are the steps that you take?
Patience. Patient, guys. You have to learn how to be patient. I think patience is the key. Yeah, it's the key.
Oh, no, I believe that 100%. So now I want to ask you, because in life we all go through these ups and downs, the challenges, yeah? I want to ask you if there was one moment, I know you said it before, yeah? One specific moment you feel like, you just want to give up.
I've definitely had those times. I think the time I had that emotion is when I decided to get a dog.
So what make you decide you want to have a dog?
It's not, honestly, I'm such a spontaneous person. Like when I decided to get a dog, it was on a random Tuesday. I did not even plan that. It was literally just random. I was just like, oh, okay, I want a dog. And then my friend actually was the one that went through Gumtree and found, my dog that I have now. She sent me a photo and I don't know, I just fell in love with her. Like I was like, oh my God, let's go pick it up today. I searched the same day, went and picked up my dog. But then after I got my dog, having a dog, guys, or actually having any type of animal, I reckon a dog the most is closest to having a baby. You need to be attentive to them, and me having my dog and going through that experience of taking her to her appointments and, getting her the food and pampered, just making sure she's healthy. It's not easy, guys. And animals are very expensive to have. So for me, in that moment, I've had times when I'm like, I'm gonna give her for adoption. This is too hard. I'm running my own business. I'm a mother, I'm a fiance. Now I'm a dog owner. And then I also have to balance my health as well. Going to the gym and making sure I have time to manage everything. And I think for me, figuring out that, okay, you know what, taking my dog for a walk and stuff, I can use that to my advantage and just say, hey, that's my workout session and that's my time bonding with my pet as well. So I think having a pet definitely was the hardest part of the whole journey. I've really thought about it, hey, I want to give up, this is too hard, I can't do it because my work takes too much time away from me, and I have to also give time to my child, my fiance, and then now I have to give time to the dog. Damn, I'm gonna just give up and stay at home and just but then I was like, nah, I need the money. I need to be able to fund the food. I need to be able to fund medications. I need to be able to just spend money on myself when I want to. So that was the motivation.
Wow.
To get out of that struggle.
Some people will be like, this picky, man. Africa will have a dog, whatever we can, people don't know what vets take to, type of food. I got a funny story. Yeah?
Okay.
So I went to this place, Woolies. So I was on a video call with one of my cousins in Africa. I was walking past the dog section. So then I showed him stupid. I was like, what do you mean? He was like, how not get dog? I'm like, brother, yeah. He go since this morning I know you take it. You can't show me dog.
Don't go get food.
Yeah. So me trying to, I was like, wow, yeah, you see, this is the difference. Here, people love these things, or this, they care about them. That's what he told me. Nah, man, it's a different thing, for us back in Africa, people don't,
They don't really care.
they sleep outside.
I know.
Nah, it's funny, but it's funny.
Nah, it's not, yeah, it's definitely not easy to have that mindset where you're like, you know what, even though that's a dog, they still deserve every good quality things that we also give to ourselves.
100%.
Just because they have disadvantages doesn't mean they're not important, So me, when it comes to spending money on my dog, I do it, money comes and goes, so.
Yeah, of course. So now let me ask you, yeah, being an entrepreneur, the business-wise, I know everything in life has ups and downs, challenges. What's the biggest challenge you faced and how do you overcome it?
The biggest challenge I face in being a business owner is the finance part of it. Sometimes you go through those days where you're working but you're not really making any profit because you do have to get things to keep the business running. So sometimes you just have to make those sacrifices of spending more than what you're getting to get to the level you want to be.
Wow, Jesus. So now, if you're gonna advise someone who has a business, entrepreneur, all this stuff, trying to enter a new business, we see these days people just wake up in the morning, I want to start making my own business or this or that.
But they're not doing anything about it.
They're not doing the advice. They're not putting the efforts. They're not doing this. They just they show up 1 week, next week, no more. So if you have to advise someone who want to step in that shoes, what would you say?
I would say just do it. Just action on it. What's the point of talking and you're not putting any action into it? What's the worst that can happen? You can just try again. You're in a situation where you get the chance to keep trying. This is the whole steps of life. When you get a tomorrow, it's another chance for you to keep trying. So just do it.
Okay, guys, she said do it.
Just do it. Everybody starts from somewhere. The people that are now thriving, you don't know what they went through to be where they are today. Everybody
100%. Starts
from somewhere. So being fearful is the worst thing to have. So, just be fearless and just do it.
At what point in your life, in your branding thing, this is gonna make something,
I think the stage that I'm in now is when I've realized that, oh wow, I can actually do something big with this. I've actually had my business for 3 years now. And I think for me, it's during this time period where I'm noticing my clientele is booming. And I'm also noticing that me spending more time on my hair and learning my hair has just given me more motivation to keep doing what I'm doing, because I'm also helping other people like me get their hair looking healthy. And it's there's so much I can do with hair, I can just keep enhancing more services to keep my business running. And it's an industry that is never gonna fade. It's skillful, beauty, fashion. So yeah, this year is definitely the time where I've come to terms with this is my profession. This is what I wanna focus on.
So when did you figure out, okay, this month or last month was my perfect month?
I don't know. I don't really think about that.
You don't think about?
I don't think about that. I don't stress about the times where I was failing. I don't think it's important to stress about that. I think for me, I focus on the future and I focus on just keep thriving. I don't give space to negativity.
Wow, what a mindset. So where do you see yourself now, from where you started to now and the future? What do you want to achieve? Where do you see the whole branding thing, the whole entrepreneurship is going for you?
I want to be able to stay home and just have workers and just have money running through without me having to really do much. That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
So, legacy you want to leave?
Yes, I want to leave a legacy behind.
To say that girl that starts small, that now have a big warehouse.
Period. That's the goal.
Man, thank you, man. Wow.
You're welcome.
What a journey, what a journey. I want to finish here. I'm not going to leave it like this.
I love it.
So, because now I want to ask you, with everything, you being a mom, growing up here, business owner, challenges you face, if you have to put everything together, what advice will you give someone out there?
The only advice I can say is that life alone is a blessing and having an able body is a privilege. Use it to your advantage.
Your advantage.
And always believe in yourself.
100%.
Yeah.
So now before I let you go, I got a twist. I got some questions I'm going to ask you. So it's called Shift or Keep. Guys, welcome to the Shift and Keep game. Let's go. First question. You ready?
I'm ready.
Shift or keep, becoming a mother early than planning?
Becoming a mother early or planning?
Plan to be a mother. You shift or keep?
Damn, good question. Shift.
So why?
Because I feel like becoming a mother early, planned, is not really a great idea to do. Whereas if you are in a phase in your life where you feel settled and you understand yourself, you'd be able to bring another life into this world and give them everything.
Okay, wow. Turning a skill into business, shift or keep?
Shift or keep? Shift.
Oh, why?
Oh, actually, keep. You got me. Oh, you keep, guys. I would keep that. Yeah, I would keep enhancing my skills.
Yeah, see, easy. Now I was.
Yeah, I was like, what are you trying to do there?
Okay.
Yeah.
Started before feeling ready.
Shift or keep? Keep.
Why?
Just start when you think about it. There's a reason why you're thinking about it.
Oh, wow, okay. So I got you one.
You did got
That's
me
the
one.
end of the game. Thank you for everything.
you.
Thanks for dropping by. But before I let you go, the last one, with everything, you being a mom, growing up in Australia again, everything, branding. So if you have to put everything in one word, beyond the shift, because you have a shift from growing up, you shift to being a mom, shift to owning the business. So what beyond the shift means to you?
I would say that beyond the shift to me means that there's always something greater behind everything you do.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what it means to me.
Thank you, man. Thanks for dropping by.
Thank you for having me.
For you open up to us. You know, I know you, we know each other, we're family, but
exactly.
I think since we've been family, this is the first time we have.
Yeah, this is definitely the first time we've ever been so open towards each other, which is really nice.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Guys, like I always say, beyond the shift, we're here to help each other. You know, my story, your story, her story, change her life. I know he's gonna change your life as well. So don't forget, subscribe to the channel, like the video, turn that bell on whenever I upload, ding ding.
You
so
better
you
do
get
it.
notified. Until next time, I'm Eric. This is Beyond the Shift. Peace out.